Oh, so now we're all concerned about safety all of a sudden? Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur, and we're actually doing two stories on safety today. One from Uber and one from Lyft. This is the Lyft video, so I'm just letting you know that up front so that you can make it a point to check out the other video because both are really juicy. And we're just gonna jump, well actually we're not gonna jump right into that one. This might be a little bit of a repeat if you've already watched the other video, but here's the thing. Safety has never been a top priority for Uber or Lyft. Really, it hasn't. I mean, granted, when they started the companies, they had to find a way to convince people that it was safe to get into a stranger's car. That's why they have the star system. That's why the star system is ridiculously punitive if you get below a 4.6. But really, we've seen both companies and how they act when accusations of assault or violence on either the driver or the passenger side is. If it's the passenger, oh, we're sorry, we're looking into this, we're cooperating with authorities, we're gonna do better, and then nothing ever happens. And with drivers, you get a little less. It's kind of like a, sucks to be you. But, well, apparently Lyft drivers are now subject to continuous background checks, which will be very interesting considering they don't do fingerprinting or anything like that. So, according to PC Mag, I'm not sure why PC Mag is reporting on this. Lyft drivers will now be subject to continuous criminal background checks. The new policy will, quote, provide Lyft with daily monitoring of its active drivers and immediate notification of any disqualifying criminal convictions, the company wrote in a blog post. Any driver who does not pass both the annual and continuous screenings will be barred from our platform. Lyft already requires drivers to pass a criminal background check before their first ride and at least once a year thereafter, which is interesting because I've been an active Lyft driver for a couple of years and I can't remember the last time I actually did this, but well, of course, maybe they do it in the background, who knows. The criminal background check includes a social security number trace, nationwide and federal criminal searches, county court record search, and Department of Justice sex offender registry search. Lyft does not allow drivers on its platforms whose background checks turn up convictions for violent crimes, sexual offenses, and other felonies. The company also prohibits drivers with more than 3 minor violations such as accidents or traffic light tickets, or 1 major violation like reckless driving or driving on a suspended license in the past 3 years, or DUI or any driving-related conviction in the past 7 years. Quote, by expanding its screening solutions through 2 of the top background check companies in the country, Lyft is further enhancing its ability to detect criminal activity and provide an additional level of safety across the platform, the company wrote. Lyft is also beefing up its identity verification process to prevent fraud on its platform. Going forward, potentially fraudulent drivers will need to provide evidence that they are carrying the approved driver's license as well as a real-time photo of their face. Listen, now in all fairness, this is something that Uber's been doing for a while. Like once in a while, you turn on the app and it says, oh, we need a picture of your face. So you kind of just snap, boom, done. It's not a big deal. I'm actually kind of surprised Lyft didn't do that a little sooner, but who knows? Who knows? So anyway, that's the story. And I've noticed one thing that's missing from this. Fingerprinting. Oh, geez, that ad. Fingerprinting is not mentioned here. I mean, I know why that they're doing this. The community, the media, the companies are still reeling from the death of Samantha Johnson. Something that was not Uber's fault, was never going to be their fault, and nothing you can do could have prevented that unless she decided to actually do some precautions to check the car before she got in. But that's what we're talking about, so everyone's doing what they can to appear more safe. Now, I think it's interesting that Lyft, which is now a publicly traded company, and you would think they would want to show real results, especially with how bad the stock is doing. Well, you think they would say, hey, we're going to start fingerprinting our drivers. Hey, we're going to start doing safety training. Hey, we're going to go back to that system, the one that I signed up under, where a Lyft ambassador meets with someone first and either okays it or doesn't okay the driver. You would think that they would do one of those things, if not a combination of all 3. Because, yeah, even though Lyft wasn't well, it wasn't their platform that the woman died on, but it's affecting all rideshare. Lyft is public. Their stock is below $57, I believe, at the time of this recording. It might be even lower when this goes up. It also might be higher. You never know. You would think that that would be what they would do. Now, that said, I don't want to complain too much about this. This is actually probably a good thing. I mean, their background check somewhat functions at the very least, so it's a thing. It has gotten bad drivers off the road, but on the other hand, it's also gotten good drivers off the road. Good drivers who get like a parking ticket that they haven't resolved, and it's like, oh yeah, you can't drive for us, and it's like, why? Pretty much everyone has a parking ticket for the most part. So I think this could at least, how should I put this? It could show them as being more proactive without them actually being proactive. I think that's a fair assessment to say about it. Will it be more beneficial? Will it get bad drivers off the road? No, I don't know. Well, I don't know really, because here's the thing. Tons of bad drivers get on the road anyway with the first one. It's like, well, if they passed your broken background check the first time, aren't they just going to pass it again and again? Although in all fairness, maybe they missed something the first time. So by continuously doing the background checks, they can therefore maybe catch them the second or third time. You never know. So I don't want to act like this is like the worst story I've heard. This is actually probably a little bit more positive than what we have been talking about in the last couple weeks. I'm getting tired of being so negative, guys. I want to be positive. I want to be happy. But, I want to, I don't know. What's positive? Okay, that sounds like $20 there. That's positive. Anyway, I think I'm stalling at this point. So, yeah. This is something Lyft is doing. I don't know if it's actually going to be successful, but I guess it's a nice little token gesture. Now, Uber. The Uber story is the one that you're going to have to watch. That's where the bad stuff comes in, of course. So I'm going to have a link to that video at the end of the screen. But before we go, I need to ask you, what do you folks think of all of this? Do you think this is going to benefit the drivers, the riders? Do you think this is actually going to make the platform safer? What do you think? Do you think this is a sincere effort by Lyft to curb problems with bad drivers, or do you think it's just an empty gesture? I would love to know. So comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy my videos, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, of course, but even as little as $1 a month goes a long way to helping the channel run smoothly and get access to my Patreon's exclusive blog. Also, with the gas prices rising, I want to bring your attention to the Get Upside app. It will save you a lot of money on various different gas stations, and you will save even more money when you refer more friends. You get a bonus through me. It's an app I highly recommend. Also, check us out on Apptrepreneur Vlogs. It's a new channel. New content will be going up in a day or two. And, we're trying to grow it, but, we still have ways to go. And finally, if you want to talk to either me or one of your fellow rideshare drivers, check out the Apptrepreneur Hangouts on Facebook. You have to be approved to join, but we've been approving most everyone. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.